Welcome back, everybody, to class. And my apologies again for not getting recording out last week, but all the problems have been solved. The end of the class is very much in sight, and I'm excited that we can see the finish line from where we are now. So let's take a look at the last group of class sessions. We're going to look at session 13 and 14. This is the second to last week of the class. I'm also very pleased with how everybody's been doing in this class. As I've mentioned before, and I feel obligated to mention it again, this is a compressed course. I know it's at times hard to keep up, especially if you're taking more than one class, but by and large, everyone's doing very well on staying current. That's been good to see. So we're going to jump first into session 13. This is working on the final paper. There are only 4 papers in the course. You've already written 3 of them. This recording is being done on Sunday, July 19th. Several of you have already submitted your final version of Writing Project 3. I'll be looking at those in the day to come. And so now we're on our draft of the final Writing Project 4. For this week, there are 2 chapters to look at, Chapter 13 and Chapter 11. Knowing the people in this course, because I've read your discussion boards, I do read all of them, and I've read everything that you've written so far. Take a look at these, but I think you can probably skim through them, just knowing how you write and how you write well. Don't feel obligated that you have to pour through every word on the page, because I think some of this will be review for you. We are going to start on Writing Project 4, Steps 1 through 6, and there is also one discussion board that we will begin in Session 13 and finish it off in Session 14 on evidence and support, and then turning in your first draft of Writing Project 4. So let's take a look at the learning activities. Most of your time is going to be committed to working on your draft. Here is, of course, the concepts, 10 Core Concepts textbook and the 2 chapters there. And then steps 1 through 6 of Writing Project 4. Let's take a look at that. Now, unlike Writing Project 3, where you were trying to write a neutral paper, giving both sides of an issue, this one is persuasive, meaning take a stand, find evidence to support it, and to back up what you're saying. You're trying to persuade in this paper. Excuse me, I had to hit the mute button so I could clear my throat because this is early morning. Hope you didn't hear that. For this project, you will return to the problem, issue, or controversy you wrote about in Writing Project 3. So congratulations, you do not have to pick a new topic. Hope that makes it easier. And you're going to attempt to try, excuse me, that was awkward. It's early. You're going to attempt the following. Solve a problem by advancing a course of action. Assert a position by supporting a particular view. Inquire more deeply about a controversy. And to prevail by posing and refuting viewpoints you disagree with. And this is important, and make sure you include this in your paper. And I'll pay attention to this in the drafts that you submit. You always want to include information from the other side. So for example, Andrew Allen has been writing about the effect of climate change on people who work outdoors, because that is something that he does. In Andrew's paper, he's going to want to insert people who disagree with his point of view and then refute their argument. I'm sure that makes sense. You're going to select a relevant audience based on the problem, issue, or controversy you're writing about. Who's going to care about what you're writing about? Try to persuade that audience. And if you have trouble coming up with that, consider who has a stake in the issue, who can benefit from hearing your argument, who needs to be made aware, or who needs to be convinced, and who do you think is impacted by the problem, who maybe isn't giving it thought right now. You want to bring it to their attention. This is, of course, a formal academic paper in MLA form, as we always do. 1,250 words for the draft, 1,500 for the final. I don't think anybody in this course so far has had a problem with writing enough length. That will be easy. Step 4, Chapter 13 will guide you as you refine the thesis statement. Your thesis statement should always be prominently displayed up front. Tell me what it is you're going to argue in your paper, and then I'll be looking for that argument throughout the body of the paper. First draft is due in class session 13, and of course you'll get a chance to see what I think about it, and also we'll do some peer editing. Step 5 will guide you as a counter argument. You must include at least one. I think I just mentioned that. At least one. 2 if you like. 3 is too many. But tell me who disagrees with what you have to say, and then shoot down their argument. And again, we're only doing steps 1 through 6. I know you'll read through this carefully. That's just a brief overview. And I'm going to hit OK on that. I don't think I need that. Let's go back to class sessions. And see what else is there. There should be a discussion board in here. I think we've already looked at learning activities. I just want to take a quick peek in there and make sure I covered everything. The textbook is there. And the writing project steps. Let's look at assignments and assessments. Look, there's tutor.com. It probably would be a good idea, it's not required, a good idea that not only when you write your draft, you turn it into me, of course you have to do that, and you also post it in the discussion board so everyone else can give you some feedback on it. Turn it into tutor.com, why not? If they give you a quick turnaround and can catch a few things that you may not see yourself, it's a good idea. Here's the discussion board where you're going to post your evidence and support. You will develop the evidence and support for one of your main supporting claims. Not everything in the paper. Pick the main one and post it there. Select one of your supporting claims, copy the claim and your supporting evidence as discussion as exactly as it appears from your working outline. And I'll be taking a look at those for you as well. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can write a persuasive paper. You can appeal to the ethics of your audience. You can appeal based on the tone and attitude that you wish to express, what's known as a pathetic appeal, or you can use a logical appeal. Spell it out and explain why no one in their right mind could disagree with you. And it even gives you an example of what your discussion board post should look like. Use this form. The claim and evidence first from the outline, paragraph for the first draft, appeal that you're using, tell me up front, tell everyone up front which appeal you're using, whether it's logical or emotional, and then write about 200 words. Then you're going to attach your draft of your writing project here, sent to me, and then also attach it here so everyone else in the class can take a look. And that, I believe, is it for session 13. I want you to spend as much time as possible working on the draft of writing project 4. So aside from skimming over a couple of chapters there, that's it for session 13. That's it for this video. I know it was brief, but I'm glad to be able to post it to you again. Check back here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll take a look at session 14. Good luck, everybody.